Item number 4990. Security level 1. Containment class Euclid. Disruption class Dark. Risk class Notice. Special containment procedures. All beds researcher Ika Nimsik will be outfitted with various forms of monitoring equipment, positioned to view the underside of the bed and the space below it. This equipment will be enabled at the discretion of Research Team 4990 members. If awoken by anomalous activity, NIMSIC is to record details on the incident and notify researchers. The location of the active SCP-4990-A is Site 201, where researcher NIMSIC currently resides. Description: SCP-4990 is a hypothetical city-state which exists underneath any bed used by researcher Egan Nimsik. The beds, designated SCP-4990-A, must be used on a nightly basis for a period greater than 1 day to begin exhibiting anomalous properties. Switching to another bed will result in the initial instance losing its properties after 2 consecutive days of disuse. Switching beds daily results in properties being exhibited regardless of the 1-day time period. All anomalies involving SCP-4990-A instances serve as evidence to the existence of SCP-4990. Signs of the city-state have included the following: bright lights manifesting under SCP-4990-A instances, accompanied by sounds of traffic and speech interpreted to be swearing. Small items lost by researcher Nemsik within her domicile reappearing underneath the bed. All items will be marked with unidentified symbols and Arabic numbers values. Suspected to note the objects as forms of currency or as materials that can be exchanged for currency. Dust clump statuettes of crowned humanoid features standing on pedestals designed with a high level of detail. Objects left under SCP-4990-A being branded with a yellow and cyan symbol of a crown placed over a bed. Materials possessing text, such as books, will have the text altered to that of an as of yet untranslated language using the Polish alphabet. Images will be replaced with varying illustrations, including depictions of individuals praying around monuments resembling bedroom furniture. 11 individuals wearing pillow-shaped helmets and maps of a rectangular city. The sounds of cheering, music, theorized to be a form of national anthem, and fireworks on researcher M6's birthday, along with the feeling of said fireworks colliding with the bed. Examination of the bed mattresses has found burn marks on its underside following these events. While the majority of SCP-4990 anomalies are localized under SCP-4990-A, at times they have spread beyond the boundaries of the instances. Moving lights and noises of vehicles moving along the floor have been reported by researcher Nemsik, along with occasional sounds of conversation around her as she falls asleep. If researcher Nemsik sleeps on a bed that lacks a gap between the bottom of the bed and the floor, she will hear the sounds of ritualistic chanting before the bed spontaneously breaks. Examples include the bed frame shattering, or, for beds like sleeping bags, the bed being torn apart. Sleeping on objects that cannot be considered in SCP-4990-A, such as the floor, will result in her hearing a voice described as being like some sort of priest shouting at her, and the movements of tanks, which ends when she sleeps on an instance. Attempts to verify the existence of SCP-4990 invariably fail. Active monitoring equipment placed under and around SCP-4990-A instances will not observe any abnormal phenomena when researcher Nemsik is asleep. With the exception of dust being more prone to clumping together, researcher Nemsik has been unable to see SCP-4990 in various attempts by her to observe the anomaly after being woken up. Research to determine the anomaly's exact nature is in progress. Addendum 1. SCP-4990-A recovered items. Below is a condensed list of objects that have manifested underneath SCP-4990-A instances. 11. Description: black and white photograph of two mountain climbers smiling. One wears a pendant with a pillow-shaped medallion around their neck. Photo taken on top of researcher M6's bedside lamp. Her face is in view. 14. Oil painting of a cityscape composed of skyscrapers, constructed in an Art Deco style, rising from the surface of a cellular phone and a TV remote. The underside of a bed stretches over the region, and the main light sources being two massive kerosene lamps located behind the buildings. Both the phone and remote were objects researcher Nemsik had lost that week. 20. Iron Model: a person wearing a pillow-shaped helmet and holding a scepter, tipped with a rendition of researcher M6's bedside alarm clock, sits in a throne similar in the shape to a bed. This throne is built into the back of a rodent, whose feet were replaced with coins, positioned like wheels. 21. Black and white photograph of a family of 4 embracing each other on the worn-down stage of what seems to be a game show. Confetti falls from the ceiling, and a large AA battery with the currency symbol and 10,000 written on it is behind him. 22. A flyer. The upper half shows a AA battery with a cross over it, and an illustration of 5 individuals, one of which is wearing a pillow helmet, being blown up by the detonating battery. Below it is an image of earplugs with the currency symbol on it, and a check mark next to it. A week later, researcher Nemsik lost all of her earplugs. 33. Limb-like machines built into the bed frame of SCP-4990-A-32. The purpose these serve is unclear. 28. 32 paper floor plans, each depicting researcher M6's bedroom and hypothetical layouts for adjacent rooms. In all cases, the rooms are accessible via the bedroom door. The continual appearances of such floor plans underneath SCP-4990-A-32 indicates a high level of popularity for these floor plans within SCP-4990, assuming SCP-4990 exists in the manner it is hypothesized to be. 34. Black and white photograph on newsprint. The photo is taken in a slum built from various enlarged household objects, showing a man driving a motorcycle-like vehicle constructed from a damaged earbud. A burning flag on researcher Nem6's crowned head is on the vehicle's back. Bystanders can be seen cheering. A circle drawn with a red marker surrounds the man's head. 35. Dust clump statuette of a crowned humanoid figure broken in half. Barricade tape and small tank tread imprints in the floor surround the statue. 36. A bloodied male human skull buried under large quantities of sand. The skull's cranium had been cut open and nailed back together, the interior filled with polyester stuffing matching that of researcher M6's pillows. Analysis of the blood found that it had been likely extracted from a human body recently, on the night of the skull's manifestation. 37. Dust clump statuette of a crowned humanoid figure repaired. The imprints are found to be missing. 41. Mechanical legs that replace the legs of SCP-4990-A-32's bed frame, with flood lamps attached to each side of the bed and a miniature diesel electrical generator on the underside. Upon manifestation, SCP-4990-A-32 began to move towards the bedroom door, which ceased when researcher Nimsik woke up and turned on the bedroom lights. SCP-4990-A-32 has been replaced with SCP-4990-A-33. Addendum 2. Incident 4990-01. On September 16th, 2014, sounds of gunfire and shouting were heard by researcher Nemsic and monitoring equipment while she was attempting to sleep. 3 minutes later, a male individual, henceforth person of interest 4990, crawled out from underneath the bed, carrying a pillow made of solid gold, emblazoned with the crown and bed symbol. He was quickly apprehended by security personnel. An interrogation was performed, though no information was obtained due to person of interest 4990's inability to understand English, the spoken language was similar to Dutch. After being brought to a holding cell, he feigned falling asleep, then crawled under the cell's bed. The pillow, which had been confiscated, apportated into the holding cell and was dragged under the bed as well. Hidden microphones in the cell recorded cheering, songs similar to military marching music, and what is presumed to be a national anthem. Of note is that this anthem is greatly different to the one heard from SCP-4990. SCP-4990 activity has lessened in the days after the incident. Person of interest 4990 and the pillow have not reappeared.